Right. Welcome to the second segment, which is the world politics. There is a lot and a lot to talk about. This happened 2 days ago. Saying in a we saw this shooting at our supermarket. You see, immediately somebody buy and you say nipa be express your own take on it. I don't even know how to start with this, but first let me sympathize with the entire nation, especially loved ones and family members of Lucy Crawford. Okay, I'll say the 21-year-old suspect in Monday's massacre at Colorado supermarket, which left 10 dead, including a store manager and a police officer, faces 10 counts of murder in the first degree, police said Tuesday. Okay. It was a regular day at the supermarket, which wasn't too busy. It was a Monday, and this suspect entered marketplace or like shopping inside, and started to open guns. And the police, the intervention wasn't bad. So after time, I reported they did what they could, but it resulted in the lives of about 10 people, including even a police officer. Okay. The age of people in some from 20 to 65, according to the police report, But a buyer and Americans need to be I give you more opinion about it. Fine. And I get the argument into this restrictions on guns. So now the commander-in-chief of the country, main commander Joe Biden, I make a proposal. He's now going into the Second Amendment again, CM banning assault rifles. To the extent no individual can even take that. With that, I agree with him. Fine. When it comes to guns issue now, so the states need be a regulatory even though that line or breach where the federal steps in because a constitutional issue. So even the state I live in, the state of Massachusetts, okay, I'm a fan of guns. But state of Massachusetts doesn't even allow you to carry AR-15s anymore. But other states in Ohio, even state of New Hampshire, other states in Ohio, they don't care. You can even own machine gun. They do not care. They think it's your constitutional right. They should allow you to exercise it. But you see, my acquisition of gun is very easy. And no You see, there's been a lot of argument for and against. I don't want to go into it. A bit more, some believe the bad guys will always get guns in their hands, no matter how loud or coming out with very strong restrictions. While others also oppose, see, to me, making laws are not very, like we're coming out and entrenched laws are preventing others also from getting the guns. Because when you gun now on yes, others is also treating it from a psychological perspective. Some people almost feel they've been marginalized, or when people discriminate against them, sometimes the entire world becomes their enemy. To take Ghana, they vent their anger or their revenge. They don't care. To nipa be brain, they give you take about shootings way. At one point last year, a bapa and a so take a cra. But you see, I say a sound so baby. We hope that this become like this. This is the last one. Because the president of the country, Amane give half flag or most U.S. installations. And right away, it will take a very swift decision or call on or console with the people there. But I'm more driving politics into where Nipa background is free. I don't think it's only people are not need the first U.S. nationality and now say migrating to the system. Some of the Caucasians in the Korean Puno, to me. Then their defense is that it's psychological. I don't want to speak along that lines. Once, let's condemn it. It's a coward act. Secondly, I know said the proposed debate, about this gun regulations, rifles, they should take it away. Say handgun, bear for the self-defense. That is okay. Even states be to not less than, to no more than 10 rounds. But rifles, and some being semi-automatic rifles, automatic rifles, that can run about 60, 120. Come on. Look, I don't want to go so much into this, but it was a very ugly event. Now, let's see what is happening on the Middle East. You see, the question we want to ask today is the way Trump left the world, can Biden also take it from there? That is a very, very important question. We've seen this happening. Look, for the past 3 weeks, it's been very rough. Israel is heavily bombing Damascus. We've seen several attacks here and there. Now, recently, what even happened about 30 minutes ago, now the Israeli Defense Secretary, Ganza, is telling us that even though almost pending election, all right, he's telling us that they are redefining or redrawing their plan to attack Iran. That will automatically push U.S. also into another war. Now, the Israelis are telling the Americans that we can go alone. We don't even need you. In practice, a lot of people will disagree. We also saw the Iranians showing their missile city. They are very much well equipped, not politically or economic. I know economically they are struggling, but militarily. And you see, I think the Biden is gradually failing where the Middle East is concerned. Because you see, under Trump, he drew a red line. And none of these people were able to cross the red line, not to justify what he did to the Iranian general. But Trump will leave the office now. The Iranian proxies went to bomb the U.S. embassy in Baghdad. They attacked the U.S. base in Iraq. Now today, that was last night or a night before last night, there was also another bombing on U.S. base in northern part of Syria. So we've seen this 3 times. U.S. has only retaliated or revenged once. So constantly, what is the Biden administration telling us? In as much as he's calling for renegotiation with Iran, where the JCPOA agreement is concerned, it doesn't mean that some people are going after your installation. And this is even pushing Israel and Saudi away from the United States. Now they are believing they can do things on their own. Meanwhile, there's also another issue going on between the Saudis and the Houthis. Last Monday, the Iranians finance or proxies in Houthi tried to bomb. Oh, they did. With drones, they bombed the Saudi oil refinery companies, 2 of them. They said it didn't cause a lot of devastation. But still, where the price of gas is today. You see, under Trump, he was able to stabilize this because Oputi red line, and he meant them. So the question most people are asking today is United States posing itself as a world power or as a world police, can they maintain civil order in the Middle East and in the world? Now check this also. China and Taiwan. Under Trump administration, we saw how U.S. stepped in defense of Taiwan to push China away. Because China believed that under one China policy, Taiwan is a colony and they have to recapture it back. Can the Biden administration also offer the same hand to Taiwan? Let's reflect on all these questions. Now, this is what Vladimir Putin is also saying. Putin is telling the Americans to go easy on their campaign against Iran. They should leave Iran alone. You see, somehow, the relationship between the United States and Russia is getting bad and bad, or very hostile day by day. And now, Russia see Iran as an extension. And Russia is actually weaponizing the Iranian defense. Secondly, even though there's sanction on Iran, China has also decided to buy Iranians' oil. So at this point, the U.S. campaign against Iran is not working. In as much as some of the sanctions will be working, it has so much effect on the economy to drag these people back on the table. And if diplomacy fails, what we are likely to see is war. And Iran is not a country which are taking it easy, as they did to Syria, Iraq, Libya. No. Because you see, Biden administration is gradually failing where the foreign policy is concerned. Because between United States and Russia, as much as it wasn't great under Trump, but under Biden, you see, even Russia 2 days ago, or was it Tuesday or Monday, pulled its envoys back after those words Biden perceived Vladimir Putin as a killer. Emma Putin so I come here with that statement, say, oh, we're in the war and getting better now. I don't say it was both, it was very unprecedented on the part of both, but you would say it's Biden who started that. And you see, when you see two superpowers embarking on such confrontation, it doesn't speak well for the stability and the security of the world. So the question is, can Biden ensure world security and safety, not just to the allies of the United States and the admirers? And what are we likely to see next between Israel and Iran? All right, I'll end on this note. Thank you very much for your time. See you the same time tomorrow.